You only need 4 moves to transform your body. All these moves are basic movements that you should be able to do, but you probably lost the ability because of your lifestyle. There's a lot of information on the internet and it makes it seem like you need all these fancy moves and complicated tricks to get in shape. Well, you don't. All you need is a solid routine that is sustainable that you can do forever. That's why I'm going to show you how to get started with these 4 exercises from ground zero. The most important thing is perfect form, progression, and make sure that you start at your current fitness level. So don't tell me you think you can't do it. Come here. Stop thinking like that. Let's go. The squat is one of the most powerful exercises for building your lower body. It builds your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes. You even work on hip and ankle mobility. But if you can't go down deep yet, no problem. Use some support and start with assisted squats. When you go straight arm and you lean back into it, you're going to be using more support. As you get stronger, you can go bent arm and use more of your legs. You can't be serious. This is way too easy. Listen here, dum-dum. Not everybody has the same fitness level. This might be easy for you, Superman, but it might be hard for someone else. Anyway, before I was interrupted, you want to focus on form. Aim to be able to do 15 to 20 perfect reps. You want to be able to hit as deep of a squat as possible. And don't forget with control too. Next is a chair squat. You use a chair to sit and stand all day, might as well use it to get those legs stronger. Same thing applies here. You can start off at a higher height, and when you can do 15 to 20 controlled reps with good form, decrease the height to work on the range of motion. Your end goal is to be able to squat until your hips are parallel to your knees, 90 degrees. And when you master that, you are ready to practice full squats. Yay! You can start off by using partial range. Most important thing is make sure that you are breaking at the hips first and then sinking down into that squat. As you get stronger, you can go down to 90 degrees and then eventually dropping all the way down. Eventually, you'll be able to do deep range squats, and that's when you're gonna really have fun. You can start adding pause reps where you're stopping at the bottom. You can slow down your reps, adding tempo. One issue you're gonna run into while getting deeper into your squat is ankle mobility. So to work on it, do ankle rockers. If you get into a kneeling position and drive your knee as far forward as you can while keeping your foot flat on the ground, you're gonna work on opening up your ankle mobility, opening up your range of motion. You can do 10 rocks back and forth. And another powerful thing that you can do is when you drive all the way down, what you're going to do with your toes is push your toes as hard as you can into the ground for 10 seconds. You're gonna stop pushing and you're gonna try to drive deeper. Right, so that's gonna open up your ankles temporarily so that when you go back into that squat, you'll be able to drop and get deep into your squat. The next exercise is a push-up, but if you can't do a push-up, no problem. You can do push-ups on a wall. You just gotta make sure that your palms are directly in front or slightly below your shoulders. Another exercise that's way too easy. Bro, I swear, go away or we're gonna have problems. Do you not understand that not everybody starts at the same fitness level? Some people, man, just miserable. Anyway, when you're on the wall, you wanna make sure that your shoulders to your elbows are making an A or an arrow shape. You don't want your elbows sticking all the way out to the side because you don't want to hurt or injure your shoulders. From there, all you're going to do is lower yourself to the wall. You're going to aim for 10 to 15 perfect reps. Chest as close to the wall as you can, and then make sure that you're pushing with arms completely straight. After you master that, we're gonna move on to incline push-ups where you're gonna be using more of your body weight. Just make sure that you start at a height that's comfortable for you. I would say start at least chest height, then go all the way down to your chest touches and then all the way up to build full range strength. When you're able to do 10 to 15 perfect reps at your beginning height, use a lower incline and then repeat the process. Just make sure that you're aware of your form as you do your push-ups. Same thing as the wall, make sure that your shoulders and elbows are making an A or an arrow shape. Make sure that your hips are not sinking too low or piking up too high. You want to keep your body as straight as possible. brace that core. As you build up strength, you're gonna be able to get lower and lower. Then you can progress to kneeling push-ups. I used to think that this variation of the push-up was completely useless, but my mind has been changed. I repent. I see the value in them. Just make sure that when you get into position, make sure that your hips are not too far back or too low. Keep your body completely straight. You are going to lean forward until your shoulders are right over your wrists. And then from there, you're gonna drive down with that chest and then go all the way up. Make sure that you're doing perfect and controlled reps. The next progression to build strength and control in all ranges is negatives. Start at the top of the push-up and then control the eccentric or the downward motion. You want to go 3 to 5 seconds down and then let yourself up. Aim for 8 to 10 controlled reps, and then with time, you'll be able to do full push-ups. Now, when you start doing push-ups, you might want to go with a partial range where you're going as close to 90 degrees as possible. As you get stronger, you'll be able to use deeper ranges and really get that chest down to the ground. As you continue to master the push-ups and get stronger, you can add things like slow tempo reps, pauses. You can even add a deficit to use more range. Just make sure before you do your push-ups, you are warming up your shoulders, your elbows, and your wrists. You can do things like band dislocates, you can do wrist rolls, and even wrist rockers, because you have to stay pain-free as you get stronger. The next exercise is a pull-up, but if you can't pull yourself up, no problem. You can do assisted pulls. You can use a squat rack frame, a door frame, or my personal favorite, a TRX strap. You're just gonna find a variation that works for you. Hold on a second, where's that dude? Where's that dude? He's not here? Okay, good. Before you pull, just make sure that you're keeping your chest up, shoulders down and back. And then same thing as before, you're gonna aim for 10 to 15 controlled reps. Doing it this way is really going to teach you how you can move your body in space. It's going to increase your body awareness, and it's also going to increase your pulling strength, right? So your grip strength, your forearms, biceps, muscles of the back, all that's going to get stronger. As you get stronger, all you got to do is just go to a lower height and make sure that your hips don't drop while you're doing it. Keep that core tight and pull with your back. Another good variation are inverted rows. These are the most challenging because you're going to be using most of your body weight. You just need to make sure that you're able to pull your chest all the way up to the bar, and then when you go all the way down, you're going for that full stretch. Bend your knees for a little bit more support, and as you get stronger, keep your legs straight, anchoring with your heels. The next progression are banded pull-ups. Those are fantastic to teach you the entire movement. Start with a thick band first, and you're gonna wrap it around a bar or a frame. Put your knees or your feet into the band. From there, you're gonna go chest up, shoulders back, and you're gonna pull all the way up as high as you can. You want at least your chin to bar height, and make sure that you keep your body straight, brace your core, and don't let that band jerk you around. Then you can progress by using a smaller band with less resistance. The next progression from there are negatives. All you have to do is jump all the way up to the top, hold for a second, and then you're going to control the downward motion, at least 3 to 5 seconds. And you want to aim for 8 to 10 reps. Negatives are tiring because you're going to be using your entire body weight, so just make sure that you are recovering enough between sets and also between days. Then eventually you'll be able to do a full pull-up. And the last exercise, because you need a strong core, are leg raises. But if you can't do these, no problem. To get strong enough for the leg raises, the first thing you have to do is you gotta learn how to brace your core. To learn how to brace, all you gotta do is lie on your back, lift your shoulders off the ground, tuck your chin in, and then you're gonna push your belly into the ground. You don't want any space in your lower back. From here, we're going to go knees up. And then all you do is tap the ground with your heels in control. You want to be able to do 20 to 30 reps. The next progression from here knee raises, keeping everything else the same. Drive your knees into your chest and then all the way out. All right, so an option for this one is just go heels on the ground, knees to chest, and then heels on the ground. As your core gets stronger, you'll be able to go all the way out. The next progression after this, leg raise negatives. Start with your legs straight and then control the way down as much as you can. And you want to aim for at least 10 reps. And when you're able to do that, you'll be able to do full leg raises. Those are the 4 exercises that you can get started on to transform your body. Seems simple, right? Yeah, because it is. It's not that complicated. You can even turn it into a workout. Here's how simple it is. Figure out your max reps for each exercise. Figure out the variation that you can do those max reps on. And then you do squats, push-ups, pull-ups, leg raises. Rest for 90 seconds to 2 minutes, and then do 3 to 5 rounds. Boom, there's your workout. 3 times a week. Body looks amazing after a while. Keep it that simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't confuse yourself. Progress, enjoy, improve every day, every week, and eventually what you see in the mirror is going to change.